Buenos dias, buenos tardes, buenos noches, mi amigos, and good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everybody all around the world. And thank you for joining us today for another Left 4 Dead 2 competitive shoutcast. My name is MK. I'll be your caster and cameraman for today, and I am not running solo. I'm running once again with Nina. How you doing, my friend?
I am doing spectacular, MK. We are here at another World Cup, the ultimate grand finale. Babylonia up against Hokori. Babylonia able to reset the bracket with a very narrow win over Hokori. In fact, Hokori winning the first campaign just barely, and Babylonia able to bring it back. We'll see how this plays out. We've got some pretty standard campaigns. We're going to be kicking it off on Carried Off here shortly.
Yeah, absolutely. Remember, this is going to be the actual grand finals part two. It was part one last week because we had a bracket reset and all, so this is going to be it. There is no more extensions. This will be the final two campaigns or three, all depending on how this goes. We could see 3 chapters of Left 4 Dead 2, which could be up to 15 chapters and all. So far, they have not chose to play chapter 5 on any of them. Will it change now? We'll have to see.
Yeah, we had some interesting stuff going on regarding chapter fives in grand finales between Hikori and Goat, but we'll see how it plays out if we get to that against these two teams. We are just waiting for one more ready up from both sides. Gonna have Tank at 59% and a Jockey Hunter Boom Spit to start off.
Yeah, that tank is going to be. I believe that's before they have to get into the factory building and all, so they're probably going to back it up a little bit, taking around the bridge area. I think that's where it's going to be. I don't think we're going to have to worry about any car being cut off, hitting over top of the building. Like the last time, it was pretty close when we casted the game, but they just weren't able to get the tank to make the jump over to the building to be able to get the cutoff. But that was then, and this is now. So we'll see what these teams want to do when those tanks are up and about. But like you said, the opening attack 2-2 here. No, there is no charger, no smoker to alley-oop for charge spit, so it's going to be all on the S side trying to capitalize or 1v1s landing on the survivor and trying to get that spit damage, especially probably inside because, the spit don't spread on outside that door back in the safe room area.
Yeah, exactly. I think Hunter just ricochet through. Of course, one thing that survivors can do is jump on top of that kitchenry, try to negate some of that spit. See what they try to go for. We are going to be kicking it off with Corey on the survivor side, Babylonia on those special infected.
And just like you said, no, look at this. Hunt right on the inside. They weren't ready for it. Pound spit successful. Jockey comes into troll. And Rochelle's still swimming in the spit. And Zyko, no, all the way down to 65. Big damage for a 2-2. Great start for Babylonia.
Yeah, you love to see Zyko. He starts it off with confidence, going for that 1v1 on the Hunter, but he loses it. Gets caught up in the spit, of course, but we are ready for another hit. We got the Charger ready to go with the Smoker as well. Usually don't see any Death Charge shenanigans come out, although it is a potential. They come from behind, smoke into the charge. No, Charge lays it down. Hunter takes a swim of his own. Spitter not going anywhere, and the hit is done like that. Tank should be up shortly. I think they should get one more hit, though.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're going to. But that was great. But actually, let's quick do a roster rundown before this tank is up here. Now, let's do Hokori. I got Shockwave, Zyko, Yapt, and Grizz. That is the core four of Hokori. Take away Babylonia for us.
Of course, for Babylonia, we got Spooky, Learning, Chad, and Snicks. We do have a hit ready on the relief tents. We're ready to go. Charger, Jockey, Hunter, Boom, the 3-1. We see the charge pretty far off in the distance. Okay, just climbing up, getting in position where he wants. They are going to send in that hit. Boomer trying to get in. Hunter does connect. Jockey hopping through. Nothing too major, just that one boom on the end as they approach the tank.
Yeah, they've done a pretty good job of negating the damage after that first hit. Now, they still have a perfect score, 800 points. They just lost their pill bonus worth. First tank of the game for Babylonia into the hands of Chad. And Chad is going all the way back for the car alarm. He wants to bring the extra toy in now, and look at how perfectly he put that into play. couldn't have done it better myself. I probably couldn't have done it
Yeah.
actually myself anyways, but I'm just saying.
No, wow, what a hit from Chad. You do have Hokori poised for the aggression onto the tank when he drops down, but the charge buys some time. Chad still taking some damage as he sets up his hittables.
I don't know if he's going to be able to get both of these in a valuable place now, because if he hits them both over there, Hokori is just going to run all the way back to this across the bridge, probably for sure, if he gets these in any kind of a good position. And that already looks like that should impede a retreat. Look at that, kind of dangerous. And like we said, no, look at Hokori, they're out.
Yeah, they're just gonna back it up. He already goes second pass. Chad trying to keep vision, I suppose, eventually climbing up. And he's going to take a lot of damage going in here. Of course, there are cards on the other side as well, but kind of hard to get those into play. And look at Chad here, down to 55% frustration. He's just going to roll it in, okay?
Sure is. Survivor's backing up here. Now look at this already. 1,300 HP down. The tank has not even got close within their grasps. He does have support, though. It's going to be a tri-cap. They're not going to have a charger. Somebody's going to try to get a pull down. Oh, the clear is not there right away, but it does get cleared. The tank is nowhere in play. Learning jumps the gun there with that smoker. Chad down to 2,400 HP. They're going to go for all or broke with this hittable. Popping it up over. Oh, my goodness, and it lands on Yaft. I don't know if they're going to be able to get the grind, but he's on his way over. Chad going to throw the rock. The jockey lands. It does hit Yaft, and Yaft will be deceased. Now the car is becoming an ornament on the fence now. It is just sticking there. The tank is going to die off, and I've never seen a car stick on the fence like that before. That is some tires, let me tell you. Look at that car.
Yeah. I don't know what happened with that car, but hey, he made it work. He gets the kill onto Yaft. And Hokori was turning to deal with the jockey and such, but even if they focus that tank, I mean, the tank was like 1,300 after the kill came out. Really quick time to kill for Chad. Survivors, they've still got some good bonus left, 400 bonus. But with the Survivor down, it's going to be tough to carry it on. Hunter, Charger, Spitter, Smoker, ready to go for Babylonia.
Yeah, they lost exactly half their bonus now. They had 800 going into the tank. Now they have 400. And not only that, they lost Yaft. And spawns go in. Smoker not really going to get much. What a Hunter shutdown. Charger gets melted. And beautiful shutdown from Hokori there. Only losing 10 points on the 4v3. No, I lied. One more point after that, but they're poised to probably get out of this factory building before spawns can get on top of this building and get in position. It's going to be close.
Yeah, I mean, usually a tank kill will seal the fate of the remaining three, but with this chapter 1 being quite short, I mean, Hokori's pressing through, even bringing it back. In comes the hit, 3-1 with Boom. Jockey does land on Row, the Hunter as well. Getting some damage on for sure, but nothing too major. They're still saying 3 sets of fills. They are threatening to carry over a lot of bonus. In fact, I mean, this would still just be a good chapter with 4 players up even. 800 points. You can't be too upset about that. That's what Hokori's trying to lock in here.
I'm a reload.
Yeah,
Well, of course there will be the distance loss from the fourth survivor, of course, but regardless.
No, I mean, you're right now. Look at it. Remember, they had half the bonus, 400 when they killed the tank, and 3 survivors have only lost 29 points of their score since tank has been dealt with. I mean, they'd never stack in rotation for a quad either, so now it's going to be 3v1 with the spit, and they got to land all their cappers if they want to deny Hokori a couple hundred points. And this is going to be it. The smoker actually lands but gets cleared right away. Hunter successful. Spitter comes in. Stumble into the spit. Oh, this is going to be a lot of damage. Zyko getting molested by the Charger here, and they lose about 100 points now. And Babylonia will capitalize at least a little bit more with damage before they make safer with 3. And Hokori, 636. Not bad with 3 survivors.
Yeah, definitely a nice catch there at the end by Babylonia. Hokori going to be able to lock in 636. And, I mean, we'll see how Babylonia fares on the tank. I mean, it was looking like a lights-out survivor deal on the tank, able to shut it down completely. But then the car into that lightning-fast kill. If Babylonia can avoid something like that, obviously they're going to be up big. It just comes down to how you play it. There is a little bit of finesse here on this tank.
Right before our eyes. Nice shooting, Nick.
Yeah, the question is, do you think Hokori's going to go for the extra car? I mean, I'm kind of debating if it's a great idea now, because if you want to like get the forklift into play, they might not run away from that. But you bring two hittables, they will definitely run back. But as you can see, it kind of worked out for Babylonia because they were able to kill off Yaft, even though Hokori retreated with about, what, 2,000 chip before the tank was even able to get viable to that hittable.
Oh, yeah. Babylonia taking their time here. Of course, it is going to be that 2-2 Hunter Jockey with the spit boom. Let's see if it fares a little bit better for Babylonia on their survivor side. Should be able to lock it down. Rochelle pushing forward with the shotgun just all the way through. She actually still does get caught by it. The Hunt spit a little bit on Ellis as well. Jockey trying to get in there. He won't be able to. Still going to be a 5%er. Hokori can't complain too much about that.
Look at Learning now. Learning gets caught here. You know, I learned something today. I didn't even know you can go that way. That's the first time I've seen that. They actually went the normal way, not jumping out the window, the way it's designed to go. But reverses, trying to get the shortest path, obviously the best way to go. And they're going to go with the hit really quick here. Smoker's going to go for a pull in the back. Death charge possibility. Not going to work out, but they'll get the 10 damage. The Hunter lands. Smoker will land for a tick as well at the end. And that's 2 hits in, getting them down to 92.2. And so far, if they take no more damage going to this tank, they'll be in slightly a little bit better favor than Hokori was going into the tank fight.
Yeah, but that was a good hit by Hokori. Of course, the pipe dream, death charge, but still managing to connect with the charge, with the SIs there when they could. Nice little double boom on the tail end, and we've got 5 seconds left for Grizz to come up. Babylonia pressing forward in the meantime. Spitter, Charger, Jockey, and Hunter be a strong hit for them before Babylonia is able to bring in the tank.
Still quite a bit of commons, though, coming from behind here now. They're taking their time. One more straggler. Don't think it's going to... not going to do anything. There it is. Last hit for tank. Great spawns, nah. Can't ask for anything better more, unless it's a quad.
That's tough to connect here. Charge does take his time. Hunter, hey, does actually find him inside the side room. Will be connected with the spit, I suppose. Kind of a strange spread there, bailing out Coach quite well. But they do drop below 90% with the tank coming in the hands of Shockwave.
Yeah, and Shockwave is retreating back for the car as well, so he is going to do that and bring it into play. Let's see if he can do it a little bit better, as well as the other side did. Oh, I don't know. Let me see where this is at. I gotta get my camera over there and all, but I think he can dig that out. It's not bad.
Yeah.
Question is, what is Babylonia gonna do when they see both of them come flying over? That's gonna be the question.
Nice connection with the boom in the meantime.
Ooh. I think that should warrant a run. Actually, I don't know. No, those are not in the greatest spot.
Yeah.
They're not going to chance it, though. They're backing off. Never mind.
Yeah.
Look at how well he hit that, no. That would have been dangerous if they stayed there.
Definitely a great follow-up hit. How well can he hit it across? Oh my, there goes the water. I mean, it's nothing too crazy. What are you going to do with that? We'll see, you know, of course, how much chip Babylonia can take down from this tank. Already about 200, 250. Hunter spawns in behind, hopping around. Trying to bring some... and he gets in the water as well. Not going according to plan. 4677 HP left on Shockwave as he does lob a rock up there for him. Some aggressive chip, but I mean, what's he going to do? No way to really challenge it. Especially while he's in the middle of queuing up a rock there. Okay, has to jump up on top. About 2K. I mean, the tank has a lot to work with. The smoke does try to pull Coach forward, but he's able to break free of that. Nice clear from the team. Charge kind of cut out and connects with the car. The smoke does as well. The jockey takes him. Getting some smacks and Finch. Oh my god, the double kill with the car. I thought one was guaranteed, but he gets two, and the alarm goes up. Shockwave, 1200 HP left with two down. This could be a wipe. Oh my god, he's still wrapping around. He's got this car to play with, even though it's already been set off. They do get a good angle, but he gets one more smack before they go down. But we've got two members of Babylonia still here on the ground, going for the pickup. Spit is ready to go. Boom hops in as well for a triple. They get one pickup. Hunter comes in, missing. And how do we feel, MK? I mean, they get the double in cap, but no kills here. We're actually not done yet. The charge with the Hunter still hopping around by the side. We continue on as these survivors bleed out trying to get the pickups. Triple comes in. Hunter cleared. Jockey does land. Charge by the side with the smoke lineup. Some smacks. Oh my god. And they finally weathered the storm here, MK.
Yeah, they have weathered the storm now, but unfortunately for their health bonus, they only about 50-some points ahead in the lead right now with 4 survivors compared to Hokori's 3. And not only that, Chad is crawling. And to be honest, if I'm Babylonia, I'm just grateful that we didn't just get wiped there. That was so close to getting wiped. The tank was up now, and they triggered the car alarm with about 1,300 HP left, and they were smart enough to hunt him down before his spawns were up and salvage the round. The question is, how much can they put up?
Quit being a baby.
One of you fellas want to carry the
Two,
cute
186 bonus left in the tank for them. And like you said, Chad just limping along in the sidelines. Fortunately, they do get some vision here while they get to spread out a bit while still keeping the line of sight. Hunt Spit will come out nonetheless, connecting with Chad, and he goes down. Still got the jockey charge on the front line, possibly Charge trying to find a spawn. He does eventually get it onto Learning, one smack, and the collision with the wall. And Babylonia is oozing here. The bonus, I will say, pretty well preserved. They lose about 40 through that exchange. I would have expected more, but it's still really horrible situation for Babylonia.
Yeah, if they would make safe room right now, they'd win the round by 4. The question is, can they do it? They have a long way to go to take no damage. Boomer is lingering in the back. They're going to go in with a 2-2. Smoker's going to land. So will the Hunter. Smoker in the Spit. Nick is going to go down black and white now. And it's looking kind of grim for Babylonia here.
Yeah, really well executed by Hokori. Babylonia will continue locking in the distance, but only 8% of the HB. That DB and overall the bonus is not looking too long for this world. Spawn's ready to go. They're immediately trying to hit outside the Hearst Shipping Co. warehouse. Hunter from down below while Jockey hops in above. Charge will miss. Double boom in the meantime. And Chad is dead with that. They focus down Chad so hard from one down into the black and white, into the kill. And he just could not deal with the aggression.
Oh, and that will officially give Hokori the win, because they killed one survivor for the first round. They'll have a point delta in their favor by, it looks like it's going to be at least 200 here now, depending if Babylonia could kind of crawl their way into the safe room with what they got. Jockey deleted out of the world there. Spitter gets hunted down. Smoker and Boomer are going to sack at the end. Good sack order, no damage though. And you know what that means now? Hunter, Charger, Jockey, Spitter, final hit for Hokori to get rid of those last 49 points left on Babylonia.
Okay, can they do it? We've got 3 shotguns here to deal with this hit. Charger, Hunter, Jockey, and the Spitter. Hunter trying to get in, eventually ricocheting through the brushes, colliding. Snicks goes down, Jockey into the Spit. Learning can't quite get the clear onto him. Jockey lives that as well. They do go for the pickup. Still got the Spitter Jockey left alive. Gonna be a nuisance, and yeah, bye-bye bonus for 1. But will they even be able to survive this? Learning has got to make some pace here. Does use the railing to his advantage. Boom is the next spawn, but we've also got a Smoker. Let's see if Hokori can extend the hit.
Smoker pull. I don't know, no. This is going to be another down. Or is this...
Oh,
yeah, it's a down. Black and white survivor. There was another down. Rochelle, it's all on Snicks now to pick up everybody. I mean, they could gather probably, what, about another 23 points now? Oh, he gets the ski.
Wow. Wow.
He's still doing it. The jockey.
Oh my god.
Oh, but the commons. He jumps into all the commons.
Ah, shit. Need a hand.
Do you know what that is?
Where are all these commons coming from? Look at this dog.
Right.
There's so many.
We go down one more time.
Boomer not getting the jump in there. He will get the boom, though. This is going to bring a bunch more commons. We're going to be here for a little while, dog.
Melania, they still hold on. There's a hunter who gets to spawn in now while they're trying to get the pickup. He might be able to just hold it. He certainly tries it, but there's a team ski coming out. Babylonia, he is going to die, and the charge landing. Babylonia will not make it into the safe room. They will end their journey on chapter 1 right there. 342 to 636. I gotta say, not the absolute most pristine of a chapter from Hokori, but that was looking pretty decisive, but also just very clean play from Hokori across the board.
Especially with their special infected, they were pretty on point there, making Babylonia suffer quite a bit. The only misplay they had was Yaft really just getting killed on map 1, but that car was pretty good. Nothing you can really do when it's falling from the sky now.
Exactly. Those, and he was, and we were like, we thought he might have lived that at first, but he does go down from it and die immediately after. Now we do, of course, as we always do at the start of chapter 2 here, have a little bit to discuss as far as the sack order. How does Babylonia want to handle this to get a good order for the gas station?
Well, right here, no, I think it's kill the hunter and spit it right away, or just kill the smoker and boomer and wait for what you have. That would probably be the best call, but there's a situation here now where a lot of teams, with how old this map is now, they just want to rush that gas station. We've seen it happen sometimes, so I think you do have to kind of land. Like right there, nothing. The spit delay here is going to allow them to get what they want. They're not killing the spitter, though. Look at this. They are not killing. Okay, they finally killed the spitter. Boomer's going to go in. Does die. The smoker dies off. No, I think they're going to be... I don't know if they're going to be able to get through it, but they're not going to have the full hit if they hold W right now.
That is crazy. Hokori trying to make the best pace they can. We got 5 seconds left on Babylonia. I think they will be good. Will they be able to set up? Yeah, it's looking like it as Learning and Snicks gets their spawns, and it is going to be that Charger Hunter Jockey Spitter ready to go at the back end of the gas station.
Probably one of the more favorable hits here now on this chapter. Survivors are really put in a situation where it's 1v1, make your shot or take damage. There's no other way to put it.
Yep. Ooh. Wow. Okay, they deal with it. 5% down after 2 hits, one of them being the gas station choke. Very well done by Hokori. I think that was Rochelle, just with some great movement. Trying to get the one-shot ski on the Hunter to start off the engagement. Didn't quite get it, but they still get some damage in there and deal with the hit quite handedly.
Reloading.
Yeah, it's 2 hits now. Averaging 2.5 per hit, a little bit less actually. Spawn's already up. Tank is still at another 30%, so probably a set of spawns or 2 to hit. Probably going to see a cubicle tank now. That's what my guess is going to be as the boomer stacks. And interesting that they're just going to hold on to spawns now and let the survivors go, so maybe just one more hit. Not 100% sure. Maybe 2.
Yeah, I'm not sure where this tank is. We are, of course, going to see the cubicle hit. I say, of course, but the stairwell was an option as well. But it looks like Babylonia didn't want to give them that. Smoke goes in first by the side. Hunter gets skeeted out in the middle of his pound. Spitter. Nicholas is easily able to just walk away from that. And the hit's done without much damage in. They're going to get the stairwell for free. There will be the second stairwell. Still about 15% away from bringing in the tank. More like 25.
Ooh. I forgot now that they're actually going to have to trigger the event. This is going to be during the event.
I
They're
think
going to back
so.
up and go on top of the big rig, I bet. That's where it's going to end up being fought. The tank's going to have to bring the car in, or it's going to be extremely difficult for them, especially if the commons stop by the time they get there. But we have a stairwell hit and all, but we don't have a spitter.
Yeah, or a charge. They still land the double, though.
And the
Nice
double
goes
boom,
top.
too. The double-double, nah. We don't get to say that very often. The double-double.
And sure, they get the legendary double-double, but it will still be just about 5% since we last talked about it. And another 2 hits going through, so Babylonia, as far as their damage per hit, not looking like a very high percentage at all. Pre-tank damage lacking a bit. But there should be a car here that Snakes can bring in and get massive shutdowns. But like you said, it could be Cubicle as well. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I really don't see a scenario where they'll go back that far, just for the sheer fact that they got to run the map with the horde starting, because they're not going to be able to turn this event off before the tank. That's going to be the rough part. Hunter going from the front. Charger lands in the back. The Hunter still has not landed. Eventually gets skeeted by Zyko. And there'll be spit damage onto Yaft. And unfortunately for Yaft, he seems to be the target for most of this campaign so far now.
Yeah, definitely, but he's taking it like a champ right now as his team continues to tear it down. We got Snicks coming in as a tank. Hokori going to be able to back it up pretty far so far. Of course, car coming into play. And not a Garrett, I mean, it should be. We'll see how Snicks is able to handle this car. So, in my opinion, a pretty big part of this tank. We'll see how it plays out, of course. To try to hit it up and over, and it does not look like they're going back at all. Like you said, just going to take it on top of the big rig. Boom, goes in for 1 with the sack. Smoker, jockey, and a hunter or a charger. Snicks still at 6K. I will give him that much. First pass, 55%. Car's looking good as well.
He is confusing me now. He's jumping in the hole, he's jumping out the hole, he's going backwards, he's going forwards. He's only lost 6 HP though, so he seems to know what he's doing. Still first pass 15%. No rock tank coming out. Has the support that he wants, I think. I don't know. No, he might want a hunter instead of that charger. I don't think they have time to sack it. They're gonna have to roll with it. Big
He's
tank
still
for
biding his
Babylonia
time.
too. Yeah,
Definitely.
but oh, I see. He just wanted the charger to get in position. Okay. It's a long way to get up there now, by the way.
Yeah, apparently he does manage to, I was going to say hit it over. It doesn't quite clear. It's going to take a few more hits for that. The damage is coming out. The car goes pretty far. Smoke pull into the corner. Not quite, though. Is able to continue to lock it down. Try to avoid the car. And he will dodge it. He can, finally, Shockwave goes down from it. Snicks only has 200 HP left as another car comes out. Surprise, surprise. Double cap, but they should be able to pick everything up. And that's going to be that. That tank could be quite volatile. And Hokori lives to tell the tale.
Reloading here.
Yeah, it's about 50, no, about 40% plus on the tank damage as far as what came out there. And that tank had 216 health when he got that last car hit onto Shockwave jockeyed. It looks like he was trying for the grind out onto Grizz, but not able to get it. But they do survive. 700 bonus left. 2-2 coming in. Smoker coming in. Hunter lands. The spit was on nobody even close, actually. No, the Hunter wasn't even in the area, so I'm not quite sure what the spitter was on, but they'll make their way through. Sacrifice about 50 points, and they're on.
Yeah, Hokori's aiming to make great pace here. Still got sets of pills to pass over to teammates. When they go slow, should be able to keep making some good progress. But, of course, through this area, always the potential for big hits. Jockey, Charger, Hunter, Spit as well. Perfect hit for Babylonia, set up in the darkness.
There's actually spawns in between, but doesn't look like Babylonia's even looking for it. They gave it up again there. Oh, the Hunter sees it. Ooh, no? Okay, never mind. Yeah, they see it! They took it, but the Charger missed! No, they saw it! They just couldn't capitalize. Oh, but they're still swimming in the spit! Yeah, loses all of his green HP. No! The damage was so much.
Tough choke. Really unfortunate that that charge wasn't able to make the connection there. He got perfect spawn, perfect timing, just not the lineup. We'll be able to get around the alarm car. Like we said, you know, they've got pills to spare here. Still got a set left. They've made great pace. Gonna be able to hop through the building. I say that. The SIs look like they're setting up here. I wonder if they're gonna hit on the entry. Hunter's already in. There's Boom way back, playing around the alarm car.
Heard something.
And Hokori's just gonna slow it down for the time being.
Yeah, the only thing I didn't like about that now is now that they got Grizz slow, this will be a couple more hits guaranteed for the infected. I think the minimum is 3, barring what any more they can do. And it looks like they want to try to capitalize on some.
Sounds like
Never
a
mind.
hunter.
Or he gave them the attack on the back too, and the infected chose not to take it. And I think it's because
Right.
there's no spitter. Yeah, that's why. No, they're gonna hit out here and try to get the car alarm horde off probably. So
Yeah.
long chapter.
Wow, they land all 3 rolling caps there. Smoker takes a while to get cleared. No spit for Babylonia, but they still do manage to land the cappers. Alarm car is not set off. They're able to continue progressing through, and it really is a long chapter. Of course, it reflects that with the 700 distance, but it is tough to get all the way through and lock in bonus. And let's not forget, there's still potential for heartbreak ahead. How many times have we seen bonus get exploded at this very spot?
We saw a lot of banana things happen here before, but there's no shenanigans gonna happen this time. Hokori
Yeah.
is just holding W hard. Oh, the jockey lands in the back. The charger is not able to cover, but they'll get some great damage onto Hokori. Actually, not as much as I thought it was gonna be. They still have 350 somehow, and I think they're gonna be able to get it. I don't think they're gonna get spawns again. It's gonna be really tight now, really tight.
Definitely.
Oh, they're
They've
1
still got-
HP.
Right, they don't want to pop those pills.
2 of them are 1 HP though. Oh, they got it.
Oh!
Got the door?
Okay.
I bet you they waited to charge her for the wall there.
Yeah.
Charge that wall and get an E-cap.
Well done by Coach. Standing there 1 HP, just blocking spawns. They do try to find a hit, but not going to be able to do it. Hokori, 1,048 points with that one. Impressive lock-in by them. We'll see how Babylonia can match it. Down about 300 points after Chapter 1, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, this is 700 distance. So, I mean, if we do a little math here. Wait. Yeah, 700 distance. For them to make a comeback, they're going to need about 630 bonus. 642 actually to be exact is what they're down as far as bonus wise. 700 distance. So they don't need to get it all back in this chapter, but if they could, it would be great for them to be able to get maybe half of that. I would say no, maybe more, because you don't want to go into chapter 4 down. In my opinion, I don't like the ending of the chapter. The fact that you got to get there on the train cart that pulls away. Any mistakes can happen if someone's slow. You get pulled off, and that survivor's gone, just like that.
You have that entry. Actually, the Smoker landing for a bit. 1% there. Boomer dying first. They keep the Hunter spit. Hunter just hopping around, being a nuisance, making them turn around a bit. Okay, so they kind of do a different version of what you were suggesting at the start of Chapter 2.
All right, weapons.
And they can't rush it either, though. I don't know if you can hear me. I think you cut out there. Are you still with us?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I'm back.
No, Discord didn't like us yesterday. Hopefully it'll be friendlier today. They do. Oh, I love the strat there, no! Right there. I love to see it. They throw it in there. The stumble through the wall. Guarantee the percentage of damage. The charger will stay alive. It doesn't equal up to much, but... Oh, they get another 2 damage! Hey, it's not a lot and all, but it's free. There's nothing you can do to stop it through the wall. I just saying.
I love it. I love it. Another example of Hokori just approaching Left 4 Dead 2 from a unique angle. Not the only time we've seen it, but first time I saw it was from Hokori. Nice clear on the charge. Hunter hopping around. Smoke pull into the boom. Gonna go ahead and walk into a double. Hokori going to continue to lay on the damage. Nothing too crazy. but they do have an advantage at this point.
Look at that, 91.6. All the commons are behind Babylonia, so they're just gonna hold W. And all they gotta do is win their 1v1s. They're trying to push through these stairwells quickly, and they're able to shut it down. The aggression worked out. The hunter can grab the one in the back here, but they're gonna be able to clear it for 1 tick of damage. And I think Babylonia did a great job pushing that stairwell knob. That's not a place you want to be with a spitter hunter and a charger active.
Yeah, that was exceptionally well played by Babylonia. Hokori, you can see how much that choke meant to them. With the jockey pre-spawning in, trying to buy some time for his teammates, but Babylonia rushed it down. They called the bluff of that jockey, and they did exactly what they aimed to do. They get to avoid the other stairwell as well. 88.7% on that bonus, looking good. As they open the door, Tank going to be coming in soon in the hands of Yaf. See if he can return to the favor of what happened to him on Chapter 1. But the hit is in for the time being. Oh, Charger landing. Smoke pool for a bit. Be a couple more percent.
Yeah, the clears are on point. I got to admit, no, they shut the boomer down too in the process, not letting the boom land. Clears were relatively quick. They're going to walk into this tank with over 85%, and this is going to give them the opportunity they need. I do think they'll get it before spawns now. It's going to be close. They're slowing down a little bit. And I think they'll get it. Rochelle's being super aggressive, and they stop. I'm flabbergasted. I don't know what to say.
I wonder if they're considering a hit on the run back. I'm very curious about this. Of course, the hunter goes in, but that is just Yaf who's going to be the tank. It looks like they are just saving. They've got a spitter and a boomer as well as a jockey. The spit's like there, ready to block. Immediately sends it in, splits them 2-2. Jockey is just kind of hopping around. Boom will not get anything. Nice pop. And they make it in. They try to facilitate that car hit, but it won't work.
Gonna take the high ground. Ooh, I think this is gonna have a little difficulty. Never mind, he banked it right into play.
Wow.
I thought it was gonna have a little hard time getting over there,
Right.
wedged up against the tire. He says, "Screw that, MK. I know what I'm doing." Yeah, bringing it in. It's actually in a good spot. That was even better. This is gonna be able to fly in here now. What do you think?
Okay, now it certainly will. All you, MK.
Learning runs back inside. The hunter is going for him. They change their mind. Charger lands. Hunter lands. The car is still have not land. Yaft is so healthy. He double hits Chad, but only 1 registers. The car goes out of play. He misses. He gets 1 hit. It bounces back, and he's going to be able to get the kill. No, he's not. He is at 13. Smoker pull. He's at 10. 7 HP right now. No SI to delay. And Babylonia is going to come out on top with 60% bonus. 58.5 after the pill pop. And this is exactly what they needed on 900 points of damage. But they have to continue through this event and hold on to it.
That was insane. I thought it was a lockdown for sure. The kill onto Chad didn't happen. Now Chad in a familiar position here. With that 1 in cap on him, of course, got pills left to pass him, but I want to hold on to as much as they can. 2-2, ready to go. Hunter, Jockey from 1 in, connecting, pulling him over into the spit, and they've got him around. This is horrific for Babylonia. What a nice maneuver by that Jockey with the spit, ready to go. Got the spread right on him, and down goes the HP of Spooky. He's even got to pop a set of pills as they press forward here on Chapter 2.
Yes, Spooky being extra aggressive. I don't know if you've seen the common hop from the back of the truck onto the big rig, which put him in a situation where he got jocked and separated from his team. The Charger's going to miss, Spitter's going to go in, they're going to get a fist. Nothing's really going to land except for some damage on Rochelle, who is separated. And I don't think they're going to sit here and wait. No, they're just going to hold W and see what they can hold on to.
They're right back into it, too. Going to be able to clear out the commons to make it into this open air area. This is quite effective for them. Of course, they did bleed through some of that bonus, but they're still holding strong to 504. Oh, wow. Triggering the car alarm as the hit comes in. Hunts are hopping around. It will land with the jockey into the charge. Taking row all the way. 1, 2. And it will go down, but still even more damage as Babylonia dips below 300. And there goes a lot of that advantage. In fact, they will be losing this chapter as well.
No. They killed the tank, had 900 bonus. They've taken 3 attacks down to 300, losing 200 damage per hit right now, and not a good way to bounce back after killing the tank in such a good way. And the Hunter's going to go inside. He does grab Learning, gets a spinner as well. It's going to be even more damage. They get a pull in the back as well. The jockey retreats. Spinner's going to stay alive as the jockey goes back for a despawn. And it's getting even worse for Babylonia here. No, and the time for mounting a comeback is running out because they're going to go down even more after this with only 2 chapters left.
Hokori playing in rare form here, even for them. They are absolutely giving Babylonia the smack down. Such well executed SI hits, well orchestrated. And Babylonia is not out of the woods yet. This 220 bonus is very far from guaranteed. Snicks here on 1 HP. We got a Charger ready to pull some shenanigans. Ro actually just drops down first with the spit, clearing out the commons. The other survivors ready to drop down. 2 drop down. Eventually in there. Jockey takes out Nick. Charge ready to go 2 from above onto Coach. Not quite getting the smackdown, but still the damage continues to pour out, putting Babylonia in an awkward position here at the tail end of Chapter 2.
Yeah, Snicks is 1 HP too. Oh, it's just body spooky. They got pills coming up here, but they have spawns already. There's a Hunter, there's a jockey.
Right.
They're going to try to delay this, I think, just to get full cappers up. And it was successful.
Okay. Wow. The SIs are just landing. Jockey gets in there onto Learning. Double in cap. We'll be able to pick him up as the hit is done. 65 bonus left as they walk it in tattered form here, dropping down and eventually locking it up.
That'll be 1683 to 1106. Babylonia's not out, but they are down 578 points.
Yep.
After 2 chapters, 2 left. They got to start the go-go now. Time's running out.
Definitely. I'm really curious to see what the tank spawn is going to be here at the sewers. Babylonia needs what they can get. Like you said, Chapter 4 is just an awkward position to be in. I do believe Chapter 4 is there with the helicopter. The escape through the building up to the helicopter. But still, that tank is just so nasty. In the corner, get a cap. SIs come in. It's a rough position to be in, but we've got that to deal with in the future. It could be Babylonia up going into Chapter 4. There's just no telling. Hokori hasn't been able to break away, but they're looking very strong here with a 49% tank and the hit ready to go. Charger, Jockey, Hunter, Spitter. Nice ski on the Hunter. In goes the spit. Oh, the charge will land, but that's about it.
Not much at all. And once again, I've got carried off, confused with Suicide Blitz. It was my mistake. Habit that I get, and I forgot that this one is very, very different than the one I assumed that was going to be. More like what you said, and less like I said.
Hey, it happens, even to the people who make maps themselves. But we've got Babylonia here with another hit, ready to go. Hunter, Jockey, Smoker Boom. I don't know, this isn't the most tantalizing of hits. We'll see what Babylonia can do with it. I mean, this would typically be the death charge spot, MK, but I don't see a charge.
Or any attempt to sack for it either. They're just going to be content with keeping it. And the tank's not going to happen before the event, I would think. No, it's still 9%. I don't know. I don't know if I've ever seen this tank before, no.
Yeah, this is kind of a weird spot for a tank.
And this is
Might
not
be.
the set of spawns you really want either. You don't have the spitter nor the
Yeah.
charger. You don't have either one.
Right. Double boom does come out. Jockey hops through. I mean, you know, Hokori is pretty well aware of what this hit is. They just go ahead and take the boom. They're going to hold out for the time being. Boomer didn't get cleared. He's going to be able to boom again in 5 seconds. And, you know, as that timer wears out, Hokori is trying to get into an advantageous position. As the jockey rolls it in, they get the double. Hunter takes a dip as well. What is it with the Hunters trying to cool off in the river? And wow, still with 95% of the bonus is Hokori. And it looks like they are just repeating their early success that they found on Chapter 2, for instance.
I think we're going to see this tank back inside the fought. They're going to go back down into the room with the giant water tanks. I think that's where we're going to see this tank fought. And look at that and all. This is going to actually trigger off before they set off the next event. I wonder what the call is going to be here with a charge landing, Hunter landing as well. The spit spreads as it grabs all the survivors in there.
Yeah.
It's 2 of them taking damage. But back to the tank here now. I wonder if they just wait here, if this horde will stop. And now they have constant comments coming in. I think this tank should just go in right away. There's no reason to wait. Look at all these comments. Nick can't get in. Unfortunately, there's no SI to help.
They try to get the chip. Oh my goodness. Spooky still at 6K, hunting down these survivors.
Never mind. The second part of the event started by itself. They didn't even have to start it. So this is going to be a tank full horde. Oh, they're going all the way back to the sewer. All right, take it away now.
They catch him with the double boom. It's the triple charge of the smoke pulled down into the corner. Disaster for Hokori. They're looking so strong, but they take a big hit before the tank, right into a double incap during the tank. Excellently played here by Babylonia. They're not done yet, but Spooky with half his HP getting smacked after rock after smack on these survivors. Just going to play keep away here on the remaining, or on the down survivors rather. Hunter trying to catch, he will. And in the corner is Ellis. Down they go. Babylonia getting the wipe on Chapter 3. And what a moment for them that they so desperately needed.
The triple charge, no.
Dude.
He couldn't call for it better. They got greedy. They wanted the chip gnaw, and it costed them everything. Nobody, not one survivor, chose to stay back in that little choke point to stop the charger from spawning there and all, and they paid for it drastically. Ends up in a wipe.
Yeah, and you can see they were trying to jump up on top of the pipe as well. I forget who in specific it was, but somebody had to take a couple tries at that to get up, and by the time they got up, the tank was just there. They were standing outside waiting for a bit. I wonder if Babylonia is just going to tuck tail immediately when they spawn in the tank and start, you know, bushwhacking their way through the horde as they try to get back a little bit quicker. I'm not sure. It could be the move for Babylonia, or we could see a lot of chip. We could see anything here. Kind of unfamiliar territory here as far as Chapter 3 tanks go on carried off. But one thing is for sure, we got Charger, Jockey, Hunter, Spitter waiting right outside the safe room. This hit did not go well for Babylonia, but it certainly has the potential to go haywire if not diffused correctly by the survivors.
Yes, and actually I have a feeling I know the call here and all, because remember the second part of the event started by itself?
Yes.
They should just start it and run all the way back down and wait until all the horde stops.
Okay.
Take about 5 or 6 hits,
Yeah.
and they'll be able to walk through that tank with nothing. The question is, will Babylonia be weary of it? As the spawns go in, the Hunter finds a target to spit as well. Oh, he's going to be swimming in it. Rochelle's going to take a bit of damage. Actually, not as much as I thought it was going to be there. No, I thought there was going to be a lot more, as Learning loses 15 HP. Spooky loses about 7. Babylonia off to kind of a good start after the first hit.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely take some damage, don't get me wrong, but the SIs lining up, or overlapping rather, kind of nullified a little bit of that damage. Hunter, Smoker, Jockey, Boom, again, no charge here, waiting them, but the Boom this time will go ahead and break down the door, walk into them. Will Yaf be able to get? I'm not even sure if he's going to get the charge. I'm assuming. Well, actually, I think that charge might have died last, MK. I'm not sure, but look at how quickly Babylonia is going through.
Yeah, Ellis is being really aggressive right now. And his team has finally caught up with him, so it's no longer an aggressive move. Jockey is slightly chipped. Smoker lingering above. Hunter waiting for the DP here. They actually get the Charger. They didn't take it, so now they got to deal with the quad. Charger desperately trying to get in position, and the Survivor's taking their time. They allowed it, no? They allowed it to happen.
Yeah, exactly. And now they're dealing with a double threat: the death charge or the quad, or I mean, even just a try would be deadly here. They do get up on top of the railing, and this is actually a good spot for Babylonia, I feel like. Okay, dealing with the smoke and the truck, everything in a line. 95.9% for Babylonia. Post-tank, post-death charge spot. They are looking good through here. Now, I'm curious, do they take your advice, MK?
Nope.
Or do they try their own strategy?
They have not retreated. They're staying here, so...
Right.
Saying, what do you know, MK? But they could also just stay here and not move forward. They could be content with taking it here. So I think as long as they do not go forward and spawn the tank, they should be alright. They'll just have to take more hits as the spawn comes in. Oh, that Hunter almost fell in the water but got skeeted. The Hunter is on Hokori, unfortunately. Almost 3 in the water so far. Just 2. Hunter does get skeeted though, not much damage. And they push into it too, no. They like, no, MK. Spit block, they're going to run through it and just retreat all the way back. And they're going to try to play this as safe as they can as the third tank of the game for Hokori into the hands of Zyko. And they run away.
Oh. So yeah, I mean, Babylonia obviously making much better pace. They're already up on top. There goes Ellis, all 4 in a row. There is still the threat of the charge, but this time they will be blocking the spawns. But it is Zyko here on the tank. I will say one caveat. A lot of times the SI support doesn't work. There's not much this tank can do. So it would be a shame, but he rolls it in, taking away MK.
Oh, he drops in the ground. Gets a very, very early punch on Rochelle. There's no corner. A couple comments coming in there. Oh, the comment got... No, the comment almost went behind Coach. He is down to 1,400 HP. He's almost dead. 500 HP. The Hunter lands. The Smoker lands. It's kind of a rolling cap. The tank gets an in cap. He gets a triple punch. He gets a punch there with no in cap. I take it back, but he eventually gets one. And Babylonia will survive. I apologize. I thought Chad got in capped. He did not. But I do think he followed up with a triple punch there. And I'll correct me if I was wrong. But I think there was one at the end. But Babylonia survives.
Yeah, I was worried, will Zyko get to shine on his tank in a position like that, but he still finds a way to make it happen, slicing down that bonus of Babylonia, also eventually getting the down onto Learning, and we've got this hit ready to go. They just go ahead and send it in very quickly on the hunt, but it's in nonetheless with some spit right underneath Ellis there. They deal with the hit. Just under 50% of the bonus, but this could be exactly what Babylonia needed and more here, MK.
Yes, I mean, the distance alone is custom 600. They've only got 231. They can get an additional about 300 and change, which will break into that delta over 50% that we've talked about. I'm not quite sure exactly what it'll tally up to be, but they're looking very poised right now. They start the second part of the event. They do have a quad to deal with, though, Naw, and they need to get in position to deal with it, and it looks like they're comfortable where they're at now, but I don't like where Ellis is. Okay, I feel a little better now.
Okay. They are going to drop it in. Very quick smoke clear. Charge hunt connecting at the same time, but that will be that. Quad in the books, not looking too threatening. Sure, finding a bit of damage here and there. The pill pop as the doors open up. Down goes Babylonia, and they press through one of the final legs of this chapter.
Yeah, they have one set of pill for Learning. I think he's going to have to pop it if they want to remain quick. But, oh, it's a poo too.
Ooh.
Yeah, Babylonia knows about it. They're not going to slow down. There's no reason to. They should hold W hard here. There's pretty much no damage except for this free spit. And that's what they're going to get. A lot of free spit damage, actually. Smoker pulls in the bottom. Self-clear. Coach falls down and takes fall damage. They lose about 100 bonus from that now. They were at 540 going into that, down to 443. And Coach is now slow.
That's very awkward, especially considering how much health they used running through the spit. They're eventually clearing through. The charge landing up top as Coach is separated still. He almost goes down. If that smackdown would have landed, Spooky still with just 7 HP. They send it in. Hunter lands again onto Spooky. They can't quite. They will go down. Jockey on the head into the spit as well. Hokori doing a masterful job of mopping up the remaining bonus. Still 300 in hand for Babylonia as well as some distance. So sure, well done by Hokori, but also Babylonia, this still gets the job done, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's 300 even. I'm not quite sure exactly what the tally is. Yeah, they will. If they hold this, they do take a lead. I mean, it's less than 30, 40 points here, but the Smoker gets a full charger. It's going to miss. Spitter will get some free spit. Oh, they lose about 50 points. I don't know anymore. I think Hokori will have the lead by about 20 now if they don't take any more damage. It's going to be really tight. 40 more points. No. Oh. I think it's going to be tied.
No.
Look at it. Oh, it's going to be so close. It's going to be like a 4-point game going into the next chapter. I was off. Wow. No, they do take the lead. I was wrong. 1958 to 1911. One chapter to go. Babylonia takes the lead. Wow.
I mean, look, whether it's a 4-point difference or a 14-point difference or a 40-point difference, this match, I mean, this entire series has given so much to us over the past 2 weekends, or 2 weeks rather, and it's not disappointing here at the ultimate grand finale either. Babylonia is staying in there, going blow for blow with Hokori, and they will be moving into the survivor side first on chapter 4. What a time to be doing that too. If they both get tank wiped here, that's good enough for Babylonia.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, jeez. I mean, look at the point delta is literally less than 50. And I think you're right. I'm trying to assess this more so. I think no. Babylonia's got to make it to the tank with all 4 survivors, and that'll force Hokori to at least kill the tank if they want to win.
Right.
So that's the minimum. They can't lose anybody before them, but there's really no depth charge possibilities except for later in the map.
Right. I mean, separation, that holes in the ground, there's so many hazards.
All right. Ball's in Babylonia's court now. Can they hold on to it? See what they can do. Opening hit, take it away.
2-2 here with the Hunter and a Smoker. Curious to see what the sack order is going to be for Hokori if they can manage to get a good sack order. You almost definitely just want to keep that spit in rotation. It is just stairwell after stairwell here on chapter 4. Hunter does take a little bit of chip, goes down to 217 HP, but definitely still healthy enough to make this work as he ricochets through, taking some more damage, and he can't get through. Spit dies first. Hunter is going to go die second. They'll kill off the smoke boom last. So they don't exactly get a ton of damage, but they do get set up for the next hit, ready to go, this time with the charge as well.
That's going to be triggered. The door is open. They can start progressing. Looking very healthy right now. All survivors at 100 except for Snicks. Start. Spawn's coming up. Hunter, Charger, Jockey, Spitter. These are great set of spawns coming out here for Hokori, looking to take advantage of the situation where Babylonia splits up, and everybody's looking for it. Charger under the stairs, Jockey in the back, Hunter coming from the middle. Here they come. The Hunter comes down. Oh, he gets skeeted beautifully. Just a stumble from the Charger. And right now, Babylonia looking very strong here now. 2 hits in, less than 3%. Very powerful finale coming out here for Babylonia.
Immaculate play by Babylonia so far, and also the spit died last. I mean, this next hit is not going to have one. They press through. They're at that drop down area. Gotta make sure all 4 get down. How is Babylonia going to approach this? They circle the drain for the time being. Looks like all of Hokori is set up down below. They're just going to cash in on a hit once they drop down, but the charge is actually up above. Ray try to catch one. He goes up with a smacker two onto Nick. And the smoke ball at the same time onto Rochelle. Boom will clear her. And they will be able to press on. 94.5% bonus left. What is going on here? Babylonia, so much bonus to spare. They could easily kill this tank from this point.
Yeah, one thing they got to do, though, is they do got to kill it. The only thing that's difficult for this tank, though, is the tank is getting pretty much his own corner by himself without any assistance. And then it's just raw. Survivors against the SI, one-on-one. Win your 1v1s or get wiped. And that's what we're going to see Babylonia have to deal with shortly. But right now they have a couple more spawns to deal with. And this is a good set they have right now. In a really tight area now.
Absolutely. You see there's a hole over by the side. They aren't going to take it risky. They're going to send two, but then immediately Hokori goes in. Beautiful one-shot skeet by Learning. Jockey gets shot down as well. There is still the charged spit. We'll see if Hokori can nail that. But Babylonia, minimal damage through these tight corridors and through the stairwells.
Yeah, Nick, I don't know if we saw there, but Ellis ran down to the porta potties and blocked the spawn at the end for just a second and ran away, and that was enough to get the Charger to leave. If the Charger just stayed put, it works. They go for a death charge. They're just going to get the charge spit. The boomer pops. There's going to be a lot of damage onto Learning. Better get some more scratches. Still getting scratches.
Oh, wow.
And they actually dip below 80% pre-tank. They do a pretty good job, Hokori, of getting that bonus down. Getting all the survivors except Chad. 5 punches still on Chad and all. That might come into play.
Man, Babylonia doing so well to take almost no damage, but Hokori does manage to sneak a little bit in onto Learning. We've got Grizz, the final tank for Hokori here on Carried Off. Boomer Hunter Jockey, just going to go ahead and stack that boom. And here is crunch time. Make or break time here for Babylonia. Will they get wiped? Will they be able to lock in more distance after the tank? Maybe even some bonus? 1256 bonus here they're sitting on. All right, Grizz tossing some rocks as he waits for Yaf to get up. Charger, Hunter, Jockey. They are definitely going to be content with that. Moment of anticipation before Grizz runs it in. He does get it in. Some good chip by Coach in the meantime, but immediate corner onto Row. Hunter, Charger, they're spawned in, ready to go. Jockey from one end, Hunter, Charger from the other as Snicks goes down. The smack immediately onto Coach. Just immediately got him in the corner, but the SIs are dead. Charger tries it. They do not get the catch with it, and the tank goes down with just one in cap here. 3 sets of pills left to spare. They'll easily be able to pick up Snicks and keep it pressing.
That was an amazing decision at the end there by Grizz to abort the in cap, to turn around the corner to get a double punch right before he dies. Great value coming out there. The DB is already open. They pop an extra set of pills. They have 1 set left. 586 bonus. Corey knows there's only 50-point delta between them. See if they can follow up here. No death charge possibility. Retro with a spit. Hunter in the back. Spitter wasn't quite ready. Comes in a little late. Not going to land either. And that attack, not the greatest from Hokori, and good job from Babylonia.
Yeah, a bit of a segmented hit. Babylonia will be able to continue pressing forward. I'm assuming they don't drop it down. Oh my god. They are going to take the cut. They're going. Oh my god. Snicks gets hung. They are going. They're trying to pick him up. Oh my god. They went for bust, and bust they did. Will they be able to get up Snicks? I don't know. Babylonia seems to think that they can. There is one comment that is currently reckoning with Snicks. No, he's dead. Babylonia has to continue pressing forward here. What a disaster, MK, off an attempt at a cut.
Wow. You know, they say in Spanish, toma. All right, now they just have 3 left. This leaves the door wide open for Hokori. The jockey's coming through. Actually decides to back off. The Charger coming around the corner. Here it comes. The Charger will miss. The Hunter will land. The jockey will not get anything. Now the Smoker is alone. And this is going to allow Babylonia to make the safe room with a couple 100 points of bonus. 192 to be exact, but only 3 survivors here and all. No full distance. We'll have to see what the tally is when they make it on.
I can't help but feel like they could have possibly opted for a quad there, but I get it. The death charge is so enticing. The smoke attempt as Babylonia gets onto the helicopter, takes off, and they will be able to get 659 of that distance, as well as a few hundred bonus, just shy of 200 bonus, 851 for the chapter, 2809 overall. But will it be enough against this Hokori squad? That is the question that's going through my head.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Let's do a little math while we sit here and wait. So 800 distance alone will put them at 2,711. So they need 98 bonus onto the chopper with all 4 survivors will get them the tie, which is not possible. It doesn't go in increments of 2, it goes in increments of 4. So that will determine the winner. Hokori needs to survive this tank. Babylonia needs to kill somebody and solidify their victory after round 1 of the grand finals of another World Cup.
I mean, it's just felt like Hokori has been playing so lights out, but Chapter 3 absolutely dropping the ball. And I mean, Chapter 4 just seemed like a stumble out of them at so many different points, especially the early game. They do get bailed out by Snicks. In goes the hit. Nice skeet on the Hunter. Spit dies second. Smoke Boom walks it in last, but 100% here for Hokori. They are definitely looking to finish off Chapter 4 strong.
Boomer trolling, saying, nope, you're not going to avoid me completely. You're getting popped on. And Rochelle will be very content with being the human pipe bomb. Letting his team clear him. Starting the button. Open the door. Trying to get upstairs before spawns are ready. Corey a little slow out the gate here now. Spawns are already up and they just came out of the safe.
Hey, I'm reloading.
Does Babylonia just go for a standard stairwell hit? It looks like they're opting for something similar to what Hokori tried. Yeah, as they are going to send the Hunter from behind through the hallway. They get double charge with the spit. The Hunter ripping away the whole time. Look at Hokori getting blasted below 80%. What a hit from Babylonia. And those are the hits that are kind of lurking around every corner here on Chapter 4, which is what makes Babylonia's survivor side that much more impressive as Hokori gets chopped down.
Yeah, that damage was huge. No, double digit for sure. Just like you said, that was a big attack coming out from Babylonia onto Hokori. But Hokori is now holding W, taking the drop, not letting them set up. The Charger's trying to come in. Jockey from the back gets M2'd and killed. Boomer comes out, gets the proxy onto 2. Smoker coming for scratches. They just wanted a good sack order. Not much more comes out of that. And they lose maybe 2% from that, but without the spitter, not going to expect much more in close quarter range.
Definitely, and we've got, again, such an integral hit coming up around the bathroom area with the hole off to the side, and they're going to have a Hunter Charger Jockey spit for that. So that's exactly what Babylonia wants. Hokori even slows it down because they recognize, they know exactly what Babylonia is set up for here. Hokori will be able to take it through. Rochelle getting blocked a bit, does eventually make it into the bathroom, but look at the setup for Babylonia. They actually let 2 through, get the spawns into the cubicles. Charge goes through. Hunter lands as well with the Jockey carry away. I didn't really see a spit, but look at the Jockey takes him down into the hole for a wild ride. A second hole as Nicholas. There's just nothing he can do as Hokori frantically chases after him.
Yo, no, that was about 20% plus there, and it is looking super grim for Hokori right now. No, 777. Play those numbers, jackpot. I don't think they're gonna hold on to that by the time they get there. But now they're coming up on the hole again, and another set of spawns are coming up. Not a great one though. Charger lands, another charge spit. Boomer's coming in to delay. To be so much more damage onto Rochelle. Zyko taking it, goes down. And now the DB is melting away.
I mean, even with the survivor shenanigans from Babylonia, they are just looking head and shoulder above Hokori. Hokori is down below 40% of the bonus, and this is pre-tank. Like we saw, this tank is just going to tear away. We do have 3 pills, right, that can help mitigate the tank, to help you survive the tank, but how much bonus will be left? Oh, they try the death charge, but a golf club to the dome will finish his life, and learning he doesn't have much HP to tear through. We'll see how he plays it out.
Yeah, I think right now, no, they need to make it with all four and have 200 bonus even. I think that's the number. 200 health, or 200 bonus points in general. But I can't talk right. That's what they're gonna need, and it's gonna be very, very difficult. If this tank just goes in there and targets Psycho, it's pretty much GG. They'll lose all 69% of that bonus.
Oh. Bill's starting to get popped.
Alright, Learning's got his spawns. He'll probably wait to about 20% to let as much bleed happen as possible. Survivors are 2 punches if he just goes after Yaft or Grizz, just 2. And he is going to focus on Shockwave, would be 3. 2 punches, they back away. 3 punches, the Charger misses. Oh, the tank comes in, gets a punch, Hunter lands, not cleared yet. Another punch, still not a clear on the Hunter, and that will deplete the bonus. And congratulations to Babylonia now. They're going to take 1-0 lead into this best of 3 against Hokori.
My mind is blown here. Babylonia just completely popping off chapters 3 and 4. Hokori, I mean, the Hunter is just ripping away for so long. They get just focus fire on that tank, but the tank still had so much HP, just ripping away at the survivors. Of course, Hokori gets to continue pressing forward, but like you said, there's just not enough points for them to get. I respect that they continue to press forward, but Babylonia has done it. Look at the jockey catch onto Nick as well as Grizz goes down up above.
Yeah, I'm trying to do the math on seeing how much. They get 325 more points than what they have here, so to be, yeah, it's not going to be enough. They're going to fall shy probably about 100 if they walk in with nothing. A little less than that, I think, but good job by Babylonia. Now they're going to be able to go up 1-0. Can they upset the favorites? The underdogs come through, but they're still sending spawns in. Spitter's not going to land. Smoker gets cleared in the back. Still alive, though. Now they kill it. And it looks like they're going to try to take the shortcut as well. Except that they're not going to hang themselves like Snicks did.
Right. I gotta say, I know Hokori's continue to press forward, but I just want to say, I think they tallied up the points from the first week of the grand finale, and Babylonia only won by about 350. So this is still, this series is continuing on in spectacular fashion, just like it was last week. In the meantime, Grizz and Shockwave will go down. Yaft and Zyko just rushing for the helicopter, trying to get a flight out of here, even if it means the L.
He's jumping on the vents, trying everything he can to avoid being hit. Smoker grabs a hold of Rochelle. Yaft, helicopter has not come to save him yet. Oh, look at all the SI are coming to get him. Smoker's there. And they call the vote to change the campaign. And we'll take a short, quick break. I'm going to grab a drink here and all, so I will be right back. All right, and we are back here for the second campaign of this tournament match. It could be the final one if Babylonia gets the victory, as they did get the victory over the first campaign here and all. And we're going to see back-to-back carnivals, regular carnival, and remix. Here we go.
All right, we've got Babylonia here getting a reverse sweep against Hokori last week for the bracket reset. They are now on the verge of taking the whole thing. They're up 1-0. A reverse sweep of sorts happening in the last campaign carried off. Chapters 1 and 2 looking immaculate out of Hokori, but massive blunders on Chapter 3. Added to on Chapter 4. Babylonia clinching the win, and here we go. Like you said, going to be starting off with Dark Carnival for our second match. If it goes the distance, we'll be going to Carney Remix. 42% tank.
Let's just say,
Take
no,
it away.
that we're going to see a lot of carnival.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time. A very light mood here for this grand finale, but we do have the Charger Smoker Jockey Spitter. Big potential first hit.
Hey guys, can I have a
Babylonia
second?
is eventually going to start walking forward.
I got some things that need saying.
And
And
we
the
have a pause.
Can't say this was the most unexpected of pauses. Okay.
Shot case agrees with the XV or the semicolon V come out.
All right. So we do have the jockey here behind the police car. He's going to go ahead and spawn Charger around the bus, but this is kind of awkward for Hokori. They get the spitter, actually. Now they just try to send it in. Charger dead, jockey dead. Smoke pull for a brief moment, but it's still going to be 100.0% for Babylonia after the first hit. First tank going to be for Zyko. Should be another hit or two coming in before then, and from the looks of things, Zyko is going to have a pop-off moment.
Definitely for sure, and I'm telling you, I've seen this area a lot in the last 24 hours, let me tell you.
Right?
Yeah, it looks very familiar, but for now we're going to see it at least 2 more times as they take the top of the hill, but I don't think the Infected are going to make a play to the underpass here. No, we're not going to see them rush like we've seen yesterday in our games, but they're on the Hummer. They should clear out the commons, and they're definitely going to wait to transition under, but look at the spawn rotation, only a 2-2. But at least it's 2 good 2-2s for the Spirited Company.
Exactly. This is an interesting boom spot, but the rest of the SIs, you know, just chilling at the overpass, ready to drop in. Wow. And the tank, they send it in, they get 2. Of course, the charge was the tank, but they still get the hunt spit. Boom tries to walk it in. That will be a solid hit with Zyko being brought in.
Yeah, I think we saw a bug just happen there. No,
Really? Okay, yeah.
Look at the health of the survivors. 2 of them got capped, and 1 has no damage. Just saying. It looks like that charger did land, but when it went AI, it just evaporated, and none of the damage count. And I definitely heard the punch hit too. He punch charged. So apparently he must have. I don't know, no. Just kind of speechless what happened there. But either way, Zyko, the tank of the game for Hokori. Still trying to figure out what happened there.
All right. But, I mean, look at the car hit, and Babylonia is not phased at all by this. They want so much aggression. Zyko has sent it in. They're just walking forward, but Nick can't make it. It's just a misstep by Babylonia. They take out the smoker, the charge, just kind of walking around. Very awkward for the charge. Now the jockey wants to play, but he's not going to get anything. Rock onto Ro. They do eventually get Ro trapped in the corner there. Chad getting smacked around. One more. And he will go down, but that's going to be the tank just with 1 hit cap. And it was looking scary there for a moment from Babylonia, but they clean it right up.
Yes, they do. I mean, look at their bonus, still at 68%, but I got to be honest, in that open area, the tank did pretty good job on getting his corner. He spread the love a little bit between one other survivor. The SI helped out a little bit, but with it being Dark Carnival and all, it's all about how healthy you can stay. So I think if you're kind of both sides, you're kind of happy. As Hunter gets skeeted, Smoker gets a pull, Spit goes out, Boomer comes in, and I believe that's going to be a quad cap coming in. But again, as far as the damage output and all, it's really hard to tell what's really a great tank and a good tank when you're playing Carnival due to how hard it is to get damage with SI.
That's a great point. That is a great point. So we do at least see 1 in cap onto Chad. As you can see, Snicks has been hit pretty hard as well. Into the motel area with that quad. Let's see what Hokori can do. Hunter already spawning it behind. They're all in opposite rooms. They eventually make it in, but look at Babylonia here, just holding steadfast in a side room in between all of the SIs. They mop it up.
And not only did they mop it up, but Corey's caught with a bad spawn rotation. Charger dying at the end. Zyko doesn't go for a despawn, so it's going to be a 2-2 with a smoker. Are they going to get a jockey? Is it a Poo-2 here? Indeed it is. This is pretty much free, and Hokori wastes no time. They want to send the quad in for the last hit, and they're going to get the try. As Zyko deletes from the sky.
Right, yeah, he's done. He's done. Hokori does get a non-zero amount of damage on that hit, which I guess they will take. Hit. Gonna be ready to go up top here, maybe, but look at Babylonia's pace. They've made it up. They're around the alarm car as well. Hey, what can Hokori do with the safe room hit here? Smoker behind.
Reloading.
Hunter behind the tour bus.
Anyone else feel like crap right now?
Spawn it in. Smoke pull taken by the jockey. Brief Hunter. 529. Gonna be the final bonus line for Babylonia, as well as 400 distance. 928 on the chapter.
Yeah, 60% even is a good start, I would say, coming out for Babylonia due to how much damage they took to the tank. And I believe, no, I think if we go back, I think 20-some% of the damage came from the tank, and it's only like less than 10% from the SI the whole chapter.
Wow.
That's just Dark Carnival being Dark Carnival for you. And that just proves that you don't want to make a mistake, because just a mistake and 100 points of damage can sway the chapter in your favor when you're playing Dark Carnival. As it is known now, one of the survivor-sided campaigns out of the normal batch, probably the second most survivor-sided, next to Swamp Fever being number 1, of course.
Right. Okay, waiting for one ready up. Gonna be back at the Charger, Jockey, Smoker, Spitter. This time it's gonna be Hokori dealing with it. We got one spawn, make it 2 up on the billboard. Nobody going around the alarm car, or the police car rather. Charger spawns very far away. Smoke ball on row into the charge, all that distance with the spit as well. What a hit for Babylonia.
Wow, a big 9%er from the gate and all. Zyko down to 65. Shockwave, Yaft, and Grizz all take damage. And right now the momentum is clearly with Babylonia here now. All they got to do is hold on to it. See if they can play a well tank coming out here in the open. About to come up, but one more set of spawns will come onto Hokori at the underpass. No spitter though, nah, and no smoker. I think it's a rare situation where I think I'd rather have the smoker than the hunter when you have no spit. And our
Snicks is the boom. You have the underpass hit ready to go. They do send it pretty aggressively. Triple boom with the charge. One smackdown. Hunter connecting off by the side as well. More good damage locked onto Hokori.
the average per damage per hit is amazing, and they're actually going to push this forward.
Wow.
They're not going to take this back. And it will be the 5th tank of the game for Babylonia into the hands of Snicks. And Hokori is chosen since they've taken so much damage now that there's no point in going back. Just going to take it here.
I respect it. I mean, he got the car on the roof. This is not the best spot for a tank either. I don't know. I mean, if you had to compare them, maybe you'd say the other spot would be better for the survivors, but this is a solid spot as well.
Definitely, especially because you can get an. If the cars are out of position, that boomer was big, not landing there under Hokori. 710 bonus remains. There's not much difference between them. Just 20.5 right now between the teams. The tank is still alive. He has 5,400 HP. Snicks just waiting for spawns to come up. He's going to hit this car alarm up for sure. Survivors can't get caught by this. It would be disastrous. You don't want to be caught down a lot of points on Dark Carnival, as there's not worth a lot, and that is not going to work out for the tank at all. Actually, those cars are too close together. I don't even know if he's going to be able to get him over. Oh, he does. He punches it wisely, but it slides down the hill. Snick's already at 3,600 when he hits the ground. The survivors are split 3 and 1. Oh, it's a mistake by Nick. Oh, the smoker throws it. He misses. He doesn't miss that time, and the tank is dead. The jockey lands. Can they get the clear before the corner? No, they can't.
Wow.
And they don't pop pills, so actually Hokori comes out on top by 2%. No, that's it, post-tank.
Yeah, that smoker into the jockey setup was nice, but unfortunately the tank was completely stranded. No cars, no real support either. The first attempt at the smoke not landing. And Hokori, I mean, they proved that spot is very strong as well. Boomer, Hunter, Spitter, Charger got the 2-2 here, but with the Hunter charge, I mean, this is a solid motel hit if Babylonia can find it. And they are definitely poised to send it. Charge will immediately go in, laser down. Hunt spit still lands. Ellis drowning in the spit a bit as well. That'll be the hit in. They do find some damage with that. Pop some pills as well.
Yeah, that'll dip them down to 549. They're going to be able to drop down, though. Only a couple of point delta between the difference. 20 I think it's 21 points to be exact here, and all that is it. Unless they find an extra set of bills. Spawns are already up. They do go down quickly. All the commons are pretty much behind the survivors. Rocket charge comes out. Not even close. Everything's going to get shut down. This charger is going to die. No punches. They lose some points to the common infected, though, down to 542. And now we have less than a 20-point game going into the last hit on this chapter. These teams are playing lights out right now.
Definitely. I'm just thinking about how Hokori started this chapter. Just absolutely dire straits. 10%er into 10%er, but they completely bounced back. Simple tank and mopping up the other hits. They've just got the safe room hit now. Once again, a 2-2. Jockey Hunter. See if Babylonia can't at least be in the lead after this chapter, but if they can't land it, Hokori will be. It's just that close of a match, and it has been this whole series. They're going to try to walk it up and lock it in. Okay. Spawns in. Hunter can't get in. They can't get in. Okay, they do get Nick. He tries to clear for Yap, but Yap is dealing with that jockey just fine, and Shockwave gets hit hard. They go from 542 to 474 right outside the safe room.
Yeah, I think if Yaf just ran in there with his teammates, they wouldn't have not taken any of that damage. And unfortunately for Hokori, they're going to lose the round by only about 50 points and change, 54 to be exact. Still close one, with 3 more chapters of Dark Carnival yet to come.
Definitely. I mean, good start for Babylonia for sure. The underdogs trying to lock down the win here at another World Cup. And it's just been so rare for Hokori to get bested in a grand finale lately. But Babylonia certainly looking like they might be able to make it happen. Neither team really breaking away at any point in this, at this point, 5-campaign series, if you include the before the bracket reset. So we see Babylonia starting off on the survivors here into a 2-2 Smoker Hunter. Should be a pretty chill start, but we got a 30% tank.
They asked for a respec from you.
Yep.
I tabbed out too,
that.
so I'm going to do it just in case. They don't want to see us participating on their infected side as
Right.
an SI on their HUD, which is completely reasonable.
Absolutely.
Now here's an attack that evolved much over the years. The opening hit of Dark Carnival 2 now. You were not able to get up on top of this safe room in vanilla Left 4 Dead. You'd have to wait until the Whispering Oaks drop down and hit, and that's just the way that it was.
Right.
But here we go live onto the 6th chapter of this tournament match. Hunter's going to go in, fine learning. Spit's going to fine learning. Boomer goes in, not going to get the stumbles in the Spit, but we'll get a proxy on to learning, who was already boomed. And they'll manage to get just shy of 4% damage going out with that opening set of spawns. And they're going to have an early tank as well. So, no, I don't know. They'll get 2 hits, but the more it looks like it's going to happen.
Yeah, still got about 10% before the tank. Hokori making do with what they can on that 2-2 to start off, but we've got a solid hit here. Charger, Jockey Hunter Spit could definitely be a solid hit, get some pre-tank damage in. Hokori sets up on the rooftops.
No!
Ooh, with the big spit damage as well. Death spit as well, down to 87%.
That was huge. I thought it was going to be more than that, actually. Snicks and Learning. Wow, they take so much. 55, 69. I don't know if you can ask much more of a great start with the set of spawns that Hokori has had there now, as Yaft gets the 6th tank of the game for his team, and he's already got the dumpster in a viable situation where you can use it.
Wow. Great start for Hokori.
I don't know which is the better way to take this now, to be honest. Never mind. He showed us the right way, right?
Beautiful rock into the hit.
He hit the smoker with the
Dropped right in
dumpster.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good, right? I mean, probably not what he wanted, but pretty impressive nonetheless.
I love this setup with the dumpster. I mean, the forklift can afford to go a little bit far. It can go on the right side of the tree. You've got both areas covered.
I like the play of going in the back here. I think this is going to force Babylonia to go to the safe room, though. Oh, this is aggressive. No, they're not running back. Rochelle's... Oh, my goodness! That was like a homing missile. The survivors are going to abandon it. Yaft getting punches left and right. He's hitting the hittable. The Charger is trying to get the... Oh, the jockey gets him instead. Oh, the hittable hits him, but it flies out of play. He can't climb the ladder. Okay, he got it the second time. Yaft has to decommit and try to play this long. I don't know if he's going to be able to. No rock here. He loses about 500 HP to throw that rock. And he's just too low HP now. And I think with him running away here...
Thanks.
Oh, there's another dumpster? I didn't know this.
Oh.
He's going to try to bring this into play, but Babylonia's going to push forward. There is a boom that lands. Here it comes flying. Oh, it bounces off something. I missed it. The Charger misses. It comes bouncing through the tables. And I don't think he's going to be able to get anything else. Maybe one more Hail Mary, but I think Babylonia will be able to get inside. And yes, they do. And this is now a dead tank now as it's gone AI.
Yeah, descending into yeah.
What do you think of the damage, though? It took 50%.
Right. I mean, it was honestly a pretty terrifying moment for Babylonia there for a bit, but they're able to wrangle back in control. A lot weaker, though. I will say, I felt like on Carried Off, something that was missing was Hokori's opportunities to decommit on the tanks. And it was cool to see them go for that here. Obviously, it didn't work out, but Hokori feels very comfortable with that game plan. Trying to make it work. Also got an alleyway hit upcoming.
And they also got a tank that is still lingering about. It looks like they don't want to advance anymore until it's dead. They're going to go get him. I thought they were going to let him go for a while now and just ignore it to avoid the spitter, but they don't want to chance it. You don't know how much HP he's got. Last thing you want to do now is have a bunch of spawns on you, picking someone up, and then he comes running around the corner ready to go.
Well, coach, in comes the hit. It's a quad. They get 3. The Charger does die, but at what cost? Jockey's able to carry around this. The game is unpaused. Jockey still trying to get cleared. Eventually going to go down. And I don't know how much that was worth, but it was certainly worth a good bit. So they got to pop some pills down to 433 bonus. Dip below 40%.
Yeah, 51% down to 39. That is double digits, and that is big for Hokori. They took quite a bit of health away from the tank. I mean, literally melted them away to almost nothing. Or I shouldn't say nothing, but pills nothing at least. So make it seem like I know what I'm talking about as they push down the slide. Under Charger Boomer Spitter, 2-2 incoming.
Awkward path for the charge. Team Skeet on the hunt. They lock it down. Boom does manage to find rope. That's going to be that. Let's see if the Spitter or the Hunter died first. But either way, it should be a good hit here at the merry-go-round, which Babylonia has already started. They're ready to go through.
It's already... Wow. They're actually going to be able to get around the corner before spawns can get in position on top.
Yeah.
The Charger is trying to go quickly, but it would be a misplay and chooses to back off. And look at this. Babylonia going to retreat inside the building. And Hokori was not even ready for this, so now they get a chance to reposition. And this is endless. This horde doesn't stop. And okay, now they're coming out. Spawns are coming though. Here they come. Jockey in the back. Oh, it's going to be a 2-cap only. The Charger not able to land, but that Jockey is going for a ride. Still going, and that's going to be an in-cap onto Chad. And massive bonus hurt right there going out onto Babylonia. We'll have to do a point evaluation when we get the pickup. Down to 212 before the pills are popped. Snicks is probably going to pass that to Chad. Chad will have it. Or they're just going to hold on to it since someone's going to be crawling the rest of this chapter by this point now. So I think they just hold it.
I respect the anti-quad setup from Babylonia, but we saw Hokori from the spectator view. They were scrambling. They're going to get bailed out big time. Underlands into the spit. Charge just go wide, but some more damage before they can walk it in. Down to 160 bonus. And hey, they made safe room. They got some bonus, but Hokori can definitely be bouncing into the lead in a big way at the tail end of this chapter 2.
No, that was almost 45% from the tank and 45% from SI. The whole chapter just shy. And that's a big round for Hokori as far as infected side. Now all they have to do is perform with their survivor, and they can take a pretty good point delta. And we talk about this every time we cast a Dark Carnival game now. You don't want to be down over 500 points going into the second last chapter or the last chapter of this tournament match, because you can't bounce back because they're just not worth a lot of points.
Hey, check it out,
Yeah.
man. That's some Midnight Riders.
Yeah, simple enough. They definitely need to, and this is a great opportunity for the points to be found as well. As we head into the Tunnel of Love, we'll have to see how this early tank plays out. 2-2, ready to go. Hokori was able to find some good damage from this. We'll see if Babylonia can do the same. About 4% from Hokori. It does come in. Nice shutdown on the Hunter. Very brief smoke, but it doesn't amount to any damage. Just a little bit. Hokori going to be looking stronger before the tank. But of course, we've got one more hit here.
Yeah, and it is a quad too. They stacked into it, so you know we talk about this as well. The best time to throw a quad is right before tank, unless you land it, then it's good anytime, of course. But right now, you definitely want to be able to not have a 2-2. Look, they're just pushing. They're not even gonna get this. Oh, they get a pull in the back, but the jockey takes. Oh, it's a double charge on the inside. Ellis gets yeeted off, and this is going to be huge damage. About 17% comes out. Wow, what a turnaround for Babylonia, and they needed that after the first hit, not doing much.
I respect it from Hokori. I mean, even when I was talking, I was looking at that percentage, like, is Babylonia even going to get a hit? But they pressed the issue too hard, and they paid the price for that one. Grizz down to 47 HP. The others all down below 90. And we've got Learning bringing in those hittables. Got the dumpster. Going to be able to get the forklift as well. Jockey just goes and rolls it in. They're going to send a full hit. Charger in there as well. Boom, eventually, I'm assuming. As Learning continues to deal with his hittables.
Guns here.
He's going to be able to get both of these in a pretty good spot. Oh my gosh, no! Whoa, that boomer almost alley-ooped the tank. I don't know if it was a plan, but if it would have landed, that would have been sick.
It was such a good attempt. The Snicks will go down without incident there, but very close to the end cap. Learning. It's going to have to roll it in eventually. 50% second pass. Gets shipped down 1,000. Forklift is alright. Dumpster, going to hit it one more time. Bits it pretty deep. Now all the survivors are holed up in here. Hunter, Jockey, Smoker. Can he corral them over to any hittables? It doesn't look like it. Hokori's just going to go out where the hittables were, but the Hunter catches with the forklift. Can he get a double? No, he'll take a single though. Should be able to just bounce it up. Oh my god, the Jockey landed, but he's Cuban Faragi's still going to get it. Grizz is going to go down as well. Learning here with 300 HP. No, they don't go down. The forklift does not land, and there's some teleportation going on, and Learning dies, and they're going to be able to pick up, but at what cost here? 570 bonus left in the tank.
And not only that, they're at 49.5, so that means Babylonia is at the upper hand by 2%. Or no, not by 2%, by 1.5%, because Babylonia had 51% after pill pop post tank. Wow, they're keeping this neck and neck as they have a Hunter in the front making noise. Charger looks like it was come from behind. Spinner ready to alley-oop as well. And here he comes. The Charger gets the punch. He lands. And he gets a slam. The counter covers. Oh, this is huge damage. The Boomer stumbled too. This is going to be an end cap. No, it will not. But it is a quad boom. And Shockwave melts away so much damage bonus in the back there, being separated from his teammate. He eats the pills to be fast. 49% down to 36 now, and it's closer and closer to Babylonia even able to win this chapter.
Hokori just seems like whenever they are playing Survivor, those SIs go down so fast. They get disintegrated. But right now in their match against Babylonia, they are struggling to find headways. They just cannot get the clears. The alleyway hit. Charger will eventually land, getting smackdowns with the Jockey covering on the head. Oh my god, Hokori is getting dismantled here by Babylonia. Pick up onto Grizz. They'll be able to keep pressing forward, but they're down to 176 bonus. They haven't quite lost, but I'm pretty sure they will, at least for this chapter.
And Yaft ate the pills in front of Grizz when Grizz is black and white. So this is not very good right now for Hokori. They need to find pills for Grizz or it's going to end badly for them. And they're already going to focus Grizz right here. They know what's going on. And Nick is going to be the main focus. Look at this already. Oh, Smoker pulls Zyko. They get the clear. But Grizz is already down to 20 HP. If they don't find pills in the cupboard here and all, I think he's going to die.
Yeah, you could absolutely be right about that one. There is a set of pills, but there's also a Charger Hunter Jockey Spit, I do believe, waiting around the corner here for Hokori. Yes, they will. And the question is, will this be the lockdown right here? We've got Shockwave, still only 25 HP. We got Grizz, black and white. What's going to happen?
I don't know, but all the points are on Zyko and Yaft now, so they got to do a good job on protecting those survivors. They have one survivor way in the back. Grizz is not with his team. Oh, what a shutdown. The Charger misses his original target but grabs somebody else. It is Coach who is bonus. So now Hokori officially loses the round and they're going to go down even more. But the question is, how much will it be with one more set of spawns yet to come up now?
Yeah, I mean, the fact that Hokori has been able to keep it this competitive is impressive. Still 106 bonus. I mean, again, Babylonia only with 156 in the chapter. Triple boom to start the hit. Hunter hopping through, dealt with by Rowe. Beautiful heads up shooting by her. Smoker gets cleared, and that will be that. Hokori dips down a bit, but they keep it oh so competitive after 2 chapters.
And there it will be 1584 to 1460 in favor for Babylonia by 124. It looks like Grizz is going to restart, and he'll be right back.
Hey, headed into chapter 3 of Dark Carnival. I mean, just what can you say that hasn't already been said here? Such incredibly close play between 2 of the giants of South America. Babylonia less so of a giant. Really proving themselves here in another World Cup. Not only the bracket reset, but looking quite possibly the winner without even going to the decider. Dark Carney remix. This is unprecedented here for Babylonia.
Yeah, they do have that. They do have the. Wait a minute. What's this? Start talking about the finale.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, tank's gonna be 37%. I think this is a drop tank. I hope I'm wrong.
Ooh.
I think it's 39 or 40% is a drop tank. This is where the barrier is going to be right at the hole when you drop, and it spawns as soon as you drop. If that's the tank they have to deal with, wow, a boomer could really change everything if it can land on that transition down there. Wow, what a tank to come up. If it turns out to be a generator room tank instead, then it'll definitely be in favor for the survivors. But we'll have to see. But you know, Nall, when they drop down that hole and the tank spawns right away, that tank is in the hallway. He is not outside. The survivors cannot push out. They have to stay back there with nowhere to back up. Maybe they could push up and take that room on the left if they could clear the commons out quick enough. But if a boomer does land on that transition, it will be disastrous for either team who plays Survivor when that time occurs, in my opinion. But, man, all the commons coming from the top of the hole or coming from the front of the map, it's just, there's so many so fast and really no space for the survivors to spread out for that tank fight.
We'll certainly see which one it is here shortly. We've got the final ready up. Jockey, Smoker, Charger, Boom for the first hit. How does Hokori want to take this?
Dude, I got no
Charger is hopping around, but surely not. Look at that. They ghost hop through. Wow, the B hops from the Charger lands on the row.
My God. It was like a freaking homing missile, dog. He got in there. Punch charge, full 17 without the slam. couldn't have been done any better from Hokori. The sack rotation's good. Very impressive. Showing it how it's done. Take your notes if you don't have a spit. That's what you want to do right there, Nom.
Yeah. Yeah, that was such an interesting boom spawn, too. On the other side of the wall, just walking it up. We do have another hit ready to go. Another 2-2 here. Charger Hunter could be such a solid hit. Boom goes in first with the ghost hop through onto one. That target will be hunted down. Charge landing onto row. More big damage. Get dropped down to 87.5.
And one quick note, they did find the extra set of pills already, as Learning has popped it. So that also, not only does that help the survivors out, but remember, when you get damaged, when you take pills and temp health, it's 50-50 on permanent HP and temp HP. So actually, hurting him will do less damage on the survivors. Just saying for those that want to keep track.
And look at that, it's actually not going to be that drop down tank. It will be out here in the maintenance area. Trying to do some spit jockey shenanigans, but it gets shut down. One boom onto row. Shockwave. Let's see what he can do.
I like this tank better now. I think this one's a little bit more balanced. It gives survivors a little bit better of a chance. So I like to see this one. Dependent on your SI. Should see a sack of the charger coming any second. I don't think they're going to want this charger. But I think the time to throw it away has elapsed. And they have to keep it. So, Sinshu is going to have to pull some amazing things out of his butt to land this charger during this tank commit. And I'm going to put my camera in the corner to see if I can catch it. Alright, Shockwave. Big tank for Hokori. Down 124 at the beginning. Charger still haven't decided where he wants to go. There's the early pull. Oh, he gets the corner. One punch, he still has 3,000. Second punch, 2,400. There's another punch. One more for the in cap. And he misses. He gets the pills. Oh, this is going to be on the damage bonus now if he can corral him. And he can't. And he dies off. And there's Sinshu's charger real late to the party, just like I was talking about and all. I was going to say, he really needs to pull something out to help. And the charger dies last. And bad sack ordered on top of a pretty much average tank, in my opinion, there and all. If he didn't miss that punch when he let him pop the pills, that DB would be down to about 58% right now.
Right. Absolutely. So Babylonia here, still with one set of pills to spare. They deal with the tank with flying colors, but they're not done yet. They're about to head out through the Tunnel of Love. But where one challenge ends, another begins with the roller coaster. Jockey tries to hop through, try to carry him into the spit. Not going to happen. Boom Smoke comes out last. Actually looks like they'll hold the smoke. And that'll be that for the time being.
I'll take the shot.
Yeah, it's just going to be sacking now to get the coaster hit that you want. I think Hokori's got to feel the pressure mounting right now. No, they do find the extra set of pills, so all pills will be found by the time the coaster elapses. 65.2% bonus, 866 point count if you want to be exact. Smoker's going to go back for a despawn for some reason. I don't know what that was about. I think that was maybe delay, but button is hit. Coaster attack incoming. No, they need to get some damage. Hokori down 124 points. You don't want to let the other team put up 50% on the coaster map.
Well, when you need to get through hundreds upon hundreds of bonus, this is certainly the spot to do it. We've got the charger down below, actually, running around the side. He is dead. Smoke pull will hang the guy, but that's going to be that. Hunt comes out. Spitter spitting, I suppose. 460 bonus remaining with the pickup. And there goes the first section of the roller coaster.
Yeah, they get the ledge hang. They do get some damage from that. Not as much as they wanted, though. They still have 754. Corey's down one spawn. Jockey Charger. Boomer. I don't know if they're going to be ready for the top here. The Boomer's going to try. He gets a nasty two-boom. Ooh, what a jockey coming out. But he didn't have the Charger to assist him. The Charger tries. And now they won't have a charge either. The sack orders are questionable as the Spitter waited for that and now is alone.
Yeah, this is intriguing here for Hokori. Maybe getting a little bit ahead of themselves as the Survivor team is going to drop it down. Of course, there is this reset area, which is still extremely important that Babylonia handles with care. But Smoker, Spitter, Boomer, and a Hunter are going to be hard-pressed to get the separation, the pull-down, the movement that they really need. Just need a quick Smoke Tongue clear, and that could basically be that. Babylonia going to group up and take on the reset area right now.
Oh, they don't. Oh, this is a really bad set of spawns for Hokori now. They only have a smoker to reset. This is not good at all, in my opinion. They need something great here. Babylonia's got to know, if they know what sack order is here, they shouldn't be that scared of it. The Boomer does not land. The Hunter above the survivors. The Boomer does not die. It dies off now. Spitter is going in. Goes for a spit block. Oh, he gets skeeted. Oh, but they dodged the smoker pole too. And the smoker will die off. And it aced by Babylonia, putting up over 50% on the coaster. Hokori's got to feel the nerves on the back of their heels right now, no?
Dude, that is so many points. We're looking at over 1,300 points. Last chance, desperation hit from Hokori. They're going to try it. Charger hopping around, colliding with the wall. Jockey lands for a moment, went along with the charge smack. Nicely done by Hokori. But it's too little too late. They have made it in with 50.5% of the bonus. 1264 for the chapter, 2848 overall.
Woo! All right. So Hokori is going to need a 848 bonus chapter to even the game out now. Or not 848, a little bit more than that, or less than that.
Looks like
Okay.
They need a massive bonus. If there is no chapter 5 being played, this is the last big map with 600 points of distance.
There seems to be a 5th survivor in the safe room. 2 coaches. What?
I can't show this, but open up console, type chat, and see what number is next to coach.
DHAT? Chat?
What's that?
Type what?
Yeah, it's in console,
Status?
type status and see what number is next to coach's name.
Okay. I see one Rochelle at number 105, and that is all I see.
There's no coach.
I don't see a coach.
And now there's 2 Rochelles.
There's 2 Rochelles now, yeah.
What's the number next to Rochelle? No number.
105. I'm assuming that's user ID. I'm assuming that's not the right number. We can try play 105.
I've seen them kick this person before, but I don't remember the command. Oh, they tried it? Did it work?
Yeah,
It worked!
it worked.
Alright, it looks like... Okay, just make sure the bonus is right. Make sure it doesn't... Okay, yep, everything's good.
Excellent.
Alright. We figured it out now. It looks like we knew what we were doing, so...
Absolutely, just some teamwork. Will Hokori have the teamwork needed to get around about 800 bonus? Maybe a little bit less, but regardless, they need a great Chapter 3 here. Jockey Charger, Smoker, Boom. This was a strong hit for Hokori, all things considered. See how they handle it on the survivor side as they all spawn behind them. They send it in for some smacks of smoke pool as well. They get 4.5% with it.
It worked out pretty darn well and all. It was a little unorthodox, but they pretty much trade the same damage. I think Babylonia came out a little bit on the worst end on their survivor side, but it's almost dead even pretty much here. And this is going to allow Hokori to not be able to push all the way through without spawns up because of how fast Babylonia went in the back and died so quickly.
All the same, the tempo has been slowed down. Checking their corners, trying to walk it in. It's a scary hit. Hunter, Charger, Jockey, Spit. They're checking in the side rooms, trying to clear out what they can. Hunter ready to go from behind. Charger around the corner. Hunter starting it off, walking it in. Charge will land onto Ellis with the Spit. Double? No, Rowe will be able to just walk away from it. A decent hit.
They're going to walk into it with that perfect score we talk about now. 90.9 is what they're going to go into the tank with. See what they could do with the 7th tank of this tournament match for Babylonia into the hands of Chad. And he is going to try to get into a better position with better set of spawns than Hokori. I don't think they want that Charger, as Sinshu thought he can make it work, but could not assist the tank.
Let's see if Learning has similar thoughts.
Nah. He knows. And they're going to kill the Boomer at the end, too, just in case, to make sure that Boomer will not be in the rotation. And this will allow Babylonia to have the proper spawns. As we're going to look at Kermit the Frog's mugshot here. Well, no. Big tank coming out from Babylonia. Taking it away when he's ready to go.
Okay, big moment for Chad here. Was almost an in cap for Hokori. Not quite. Gets the hops over, but falls down below. Has to climb it back up, 4,400. He's climbing around the Swans, double smack into the smoke, but that's about it. He's wide out in the open now, missing a hit on Row, 2,600. Eventually finding her, gets her not. Wait, she should be able to hop up. No, he continues to smack away. Missing that follow-up smack as Rochelle does pop the pills, continuing to get cornered. Chad is not falling yet, and Shockwave will not go down. Smoker for a bit there. He's almost at dude's teammates kill him off here, 2 HP. No, he's just going to pop the pills and keep it pressing forward. But MK, they're at 667, which is almost the exact number that Babylonia walked in with.
Yeah, there was a long time during that tank fight that 2 of the Hokori members were not shooting the tank. Yeah. They were focusing the SI that never went in. And they kind of got outplayed there by Babylonia. And if Hokori does not ace this coaster, Babylonia we might be looking at the champions. Oh, the Charger does land! Ooh. It's gonna land the charge spit. This is huge damage going out onto Ellis. Down to 597. And they are going to go down even more now, just like you said. They can get pills if they go inside to grab them. And it looks like they're going to do so as one survivor goes to trigger the event and start it. And this is not the way that I expected this to go. Great job right now. I got a call from Babylonia now. The underdog's pulling through right now. It looked like they're almost going to pull this off with about 1.5 chapters left.
Right. If Hokori can steady out here, they can still be competitive on Chapter 4, absolutely, but a misstep will spell their doom, and it's a quad here as they walk it up the roller coaster. Hunter does spawn in on the opposite end. Charger waiting at the classic spot. Actually got the Smoker lined up with him. Smoker pull will be good, but instant clear. Charger trying to get line. He gets one onto Nick. He takes him all the way down. And the jockey landing as well, ripping away at Ellis. Shinsu will be going down, and so will the Bone. No, they get the clear onto Shinsu. They pass him the pills, and he is not popping them yet. Will eventually pop those down to 435. I mean, they've still got a fighting chance here, but like we said, absolute perfection needed, especially the reset spot.
Yeah, this is insane play coming out from the special infected from Babylonia. But don't get me wrong, Hokori played pretty well with the survivors, avoiding the Charger insta-cap. Coach playing ballsy here. Yaft only went up there, finally goes down. Charger rockets in for the, but he's gonna get the double charge in the spin, and the triple boom comes out. Oh, this is disastrous. Rochelle's gonna go down. They're not gonna be able to blitz the choke point now. Actually, I think they still will be able to make it. No, Zyko is slow. Oh no, for Hokori, they're gonna go down a couple hundred points here. And I think they're gonna, if they make it with this null, they're gonna be down, what, 600 points going into chapter 4?
Yeah, pretty much. It's not done yet. The smoke pull. They're looking the other way. Yap gets pulled down. The charge comes out. It won't land, but still, the reset on Yap is good. They'll have to go back around.
It's Jockey here. Oh, he doesn't try. He doesn't trust himself to go for the 1v1 on Yap. He decides to wait for the team. He's going down. 200 bonus left remains. The Jockey cannot find a spawn, so they get the cross. Okay, so they're gonna make it. With how much bonus is gonna be the question. They're gonna go down 400 plus if they keep all of this right here. Jockey desperately trying to find a spawn. Can't find it. Finally finds a spawn. Spitter comes out, pre-spits. Not gonna get anything. Smoker gets nothing. Jockey gets M2'd, shut down. The Hunter does land. It's not cleared right away. They will lose additional 50 points. And Hokori, let's see what the tally is gonna go into chapter 4 down about 650 points. Wow, no, I don't know if that's enough for them to be able to make a comeback. Babylonia might have just sealed it.
I mean, something we say about these top tier teams is that you can never count them out. We're going to have to see where this tank spawn is here at Barnes, but it's looking like it could be a short, sweet, and simple 2-0 for Babylonia. Very slight advantages on chapter 1 and 2, but busting it wide open on chapter 3. Tank is going to be at 22% though.
Okay, I mean, that's what you needed. That's the opportunity, right? Right? No,
Yeah.
that's, I mean, can't ask for anything more than that. Oh, by the way, I translated what they said earlier, wondering what they were talking about. And they were talking about watching Spider-Man No Way Home. So it had nothing to do with the match whatsoever, for those that were interested in knowing, but... Could this be it? No. This could be the final chapter of this tournament match. The end of another World Cup could be coming shortly. Opening attack will be Tri-Cap with the Boomer. And there is no Hunter.
Smoke drops it immediately into the Jockey. The charge misses. And it was an intriguing play for sure out of Hokori, but they're not quite able to connect the dots. 1.8% here. I mean, Hokori, they got a win last week against GOAT to lock in another grand finale for themselves, but it looks like they could potentially crumble here. Shitsu gonna be hitting those bumper cars forward, gets one out before he goes back for the 2 dumpsters.
He's actually got that in a good place. That one hit, that one.
Yeah.
No, that was so close to hitting Chad.
Wow.
That is insane. Here we go. Coming in. That's kind of out of play.
Oof.
That's kind of out of play. Yeah. It turns out to be the lucky bumper. I think the bumper car is going to be his best bet now.
Yeah.
I don't see a situation where he's going to be able to use the dumpsters, the ones by the tree, unless he can get that bumper car into position to make them force it out. He's going in right away without hesitation. Pops that up way out of play. Here goes the smoker pole. It's going to be his corner. He gets a punch. He throws a rock. Gets it. Gets another punch onto Rochelle. Another punch onto Ro. The Jockey latches on. He misses the hittable. He's going to try to get out with a couple HP. The XD from Zyko. Rock will land. They're getting great value from the tank, but it is not a wipe that they desperately so needed. And now they're going to try to drag this out as long as possible. Shinsu's second pass, 65% frustration. The Charger goes in. The Charger lands. They're just trying to get whatever value they can. The Rock is not going to land. Boomer comes down. Proxy's onto one. Tank is going to drop down, try to throw a curve rock here. and they're just going to kill him off. And the tank now gets about 40% of the bonus gone, but not the wipe that Hokori has needed. And has Babylonia solidified their victory? Or can Hokori maybe get the quad in here and try to salvage their tournament life?
Yeah, quad would be nice. Tank, good damage for sure, but in the grand scheme of things, it's just not that grand slam that they really need at this point. Could still lock it down. Hunter, Jockey, overwhelming coach. They do land both of those, as well as a long-range spit lands on the ceiling. No spit. SIs do land for a bit. But, I mean, Babylonia here, this is bonus, has to be chopped down, and I think the distance as well. I don't think that they can get full distance here.
And I believe this might be the first victory for Babylonia in a cup match.
Wow.
This might be their first W. I apologize if it's not. Congratulations to them performing, but it's not quite over yet. They have the hunter pouncing around below. No one is intrigued to go after it. And it's just going to end. Oh, they landed 2-cap here, but the jockey not able to get the ledge hang. And the chart. Oh, the XDs come out. That's not supposed to happen. No, that is. It wouldn't have been an in cap anyways, but still, it's not supposed to happen that way. And now we should definitely see Hokori sack into the quad for the last hit when they start taking this event on the other side. And they need to land it, or we could just say congratulations to Babylonia, because I don't know if the math is there.
Yeah, I mean, a number of times Babylonia has looked close to tipping over, but they've been able to tie up the loose ends each and every time. That time on the roofs included. In comes a hit. Hunter gets 3 shots skeeted by Spooky. Jockey shut down. Spit avoided. And they continue to hold. I believe that should be... Okay.
A little crash came back in there. Some XDs come out yet again. And I don't think it's a quad gnaw. I don't think they sacked properly.
Right.
No. They got to kill Boomer if they want it.
They're just going to send it. They do find the hits. Don't get me wrong. Charges the smackdown. Quad boom. Smoker follow-up. But 413 bonus left for Babylonia. And this could get taken away from them as well. Like, I mean, it's very hectic here at the tail end. But look at how quick Babylonia is making it through just short work of this final turn. And they are in. And they have locked it in as well. Congratulations to Babylonia.
Yeah, for those that want to do mathematics, just for the common sake of talking about it, technically Hokori can still win. I mean, but they literally have only 1,600 points they can gather, and they need 1,500 of it plus. Right. So I mean, it's super unlikely, and I don't know if the rule is if they're allowed to play Chapter 5 or 5. I'm assuming not, because it's best of 3. So
yeah.
For those that want to know, they have 80 points of bonus to spare, and that is it. No, they have 80 points of bonus.
It would certainly be an iconic moment if they went finale after what happened on the Dead Air finale and go for Hokori. But regardless, let's lock back in here. The hit does not come out from Babylonia. They are chilling. They let them out quite a bit, continuing to walk around here uncontested. The go-go being called Mando XD, but the smoke pool on the back line with a 1-boom. Charger just hopping around in the meantime.
Yeah, and they've already lost 30% of what they needed. The Charger just knows he needs to punch into slam, and he's probably protecting the tank, and that's what they're doing. They'll get some damage. The tank, oh my goodness, he eats it through. That was very dangerous onto Ellis, but the final, never mind, the 8th tank of this tournament match into the hands of Spooky for Babylonia. They still technically could keep going now, but it's highly unlikely.
Let's see it.
Oh my gosh. These dumpsters flopping around like fish.
I mean, they're in. They're all kind of awkward. They are in. Ooh.
Alright, now this is all your tank. Take him away from Spooky.
Okay, he drops in. First dumpster hit, no good. Hunter Jockey Smoker follows up with the second dumpster. Just a very meager hit. Sets up the dumpster there into the Hunter. Not quite going to get it. The picnic benches. There's a jockey landing as well. Just goes for the rock with the smoker. He'll take that. And a smack. And a dumpster. Perhaps no. He's fine with the corner. But yeah, with the smooth moves, he will eventually get him locked down in the corner. Maybe. No, knocks him right out of that. Attempted decommit, but it's just a bait out of Spooky. He gets more smacks after more smacks after more smacks. Down goes Shockwave. Down goes bonus. And there it is. They will get the pickup. They'll get a little bit more bonus back, but 520 is not going to cut it.
No, it is not, and it was a very impressive showing from Babylonia to take down the Titan Hokoris. Spitter is coming in there. Charger is going to miss his target. Spit will now just go in for a delay. Oh, it spreads upward, so it does delay. Yaft gets proxy stumbled. And the jockey is going for a ride as Showcase puts into spec Baby Champions 2025.
Incredible.
Still got to finish out the map yet.
Yes.
As long as they don't disqualify themselves, it looks like they win now.
You never know. Crazier things have happened. Spooky up in 2 seconds there, ready for this hit. Under Ricky stays clear. Nice one-shot ski by Yaft all the same. Spitter gets locked down as well. They're going to send in that charge smoke for fun as well. A little scratch on the smoke, but Hokori is allowed entryway onto the rooftops. And we will press that event button. Start wrapping up Chapter 4 here soon.
Rooftops have been taken. Zyko unfortunately cannot keep up with his friends because he is slow.
Hey, I'm reload.
We don't judge.
Hey, no judgment.
328 bonus remains on Hokori, looking to put up 3,000 points. Can they do that? Spawn's coming in. Hunter trying to find a target. Boomer gets popped. Hunter finds somebody eventually. Spitter is a little late, but they still get the in cap onto Zyko. I believe it's going to be tri-cap with Boom now. Pretty confident that's what it's going to be.
Not the scariest hits, but hey, Charger Jockey Smoker with the boom, we'll take that. Charge goes top over. There he goes. Double boom. Doesn't make the distance, but he walks up the road. No, he'll take Yaft instead. Boom popping, making that an awkward exchange, but Jockey gets in for a moment there, and the smoke has been going to town on Shockwave the entire time. Off by the side, and Shockwave does go down.
As they get the final pickup onto Ellis, they have their team up. 142 points remain. The 3K dream has even fell short. Corey's dream for their 10th tournament victory will have to wait a little longer here now, as the Hunter is pouncing around. Spitter looking for a spawn. Charger wants to come from behind the porta potty. Boomer comes up, does get a mid, a 3 boom. Charger lands. Oh, the Hunter covers onto the nom. They're swimming in the spit. Yaft gets out of it. It's another in cap onto Sinshu. And so far the Boom people don't look like they want to help Sinshu. Ellis Shockwave's the only one being a good teammate. The delay is there.
Oh no. The spit.
And at least they stopped the onslaught from the commons. And I'm surprised that we haven't seen any GGs yet.
Yeah, right.
Oh, he dies.
Dies. Double boom. Smoke hanging out.
It won't even get that bonus. Yaft is now alone. Sinshu finally dies off. The GGs officially are out. And the charge will land. And congratulations to Babylonia. Another World Cup champions. 3,728 to 2,697. GG's, no. GG's.